1000, and today I have a Temu haul. Yes, I do. We have these right here, and we're gonna open these up and see what we got. Okay guys, so in here, excuse me, I've been sick. I caught my mother's cold and just making it. That's what I'm doing, just making it. So I wanted to get this done, and we're going to go out for dinner, Shea Bear and I, for a little bit. We met around this time, our first time, and we've been together 9 years, so we're going to go out to eat for dinner. And we're not going too far because my mom is still sick. She's sounding a little bit better though. The x-ray people came yesterday, and the doctor called me yesterday afternoon, and she does not have pneumonia, so that's a good thing. It's just a cough and a cold, so that's good. As long as we keep it out of the lungs, we'll be all right. Anyways, it comes in this little pouch. I thought that was cute. And it's a ring, if you can't know that. Bruno's out here with me, so you might hear him rustling in the leaves. I have a lot of leaves back here. I need to get it cut back here, but the thing is, our lawnmower's not working right again. You know, we buy a new one and it's just a pain in the butt. So anyways, I got this ring here. I thought it was cute. It's a size 8. I don't know if it's gonna fit. I usually think I go on a 9 with rings, but we'll take these off so you guys can see it. There you go. It's pretty. Yeah, I like simple stuff. I'm not into real big and gaudy, so it's cool. That's fine. I can put it with this one here. And, well, no, I shouldn't do that. Nope. These are, right here is my wedding band. That's my wedding band there. And then this is the engagement ring right here. There. You see the color? Because I haven't worn this for, never have worn it. So, they came together though. So, let me see where I can put this one. I don't think it's going to go on this one. I probably should have got a 9 in it. Oh, it fits. Oh, I can leave it there. That'll work. And then I'll put the other one on top. Yeah, that's cool. And I'll layer them. And these two are separate ones that I bought. This is just a plain Jane one. And then I bought that. So, yeah. I like to layer, I think. I think that must be my thing, is to layer. And then I have this one. I bought these off at Temu too. I don't care if they go tarnishing. I really don't. I don't take them off. I'm not going to. I'm not going to spend my money on that. You know, I don't buy real ones because knowing me, I probably, 1, lose it. Or 2, the diamond or some crazy thing would fall out and I feel so guilty, or, you know. And I don't take them off when I shower or anything like that. I just leave them on. And so I don't spend a lot of money on rings. You know, a lot of people, you know, they buy all this expensive rings and, you know, then they lose them. And they're having a heart attack and all kinds of stuff. So, no. So I kind of paid too much for it. I think it was $12.30, and then I had to pay $2.99 on it. But that's okay. At least it fits. It is an 8. It's my, if it swells. The reason why I did that because the other ones have been getting bigger since I've lost weight. So I went to an 8 on that, but I probably could have just stayed on my 9. I think I got a piece of hair or something in this one I can't get. I see it, but I don't. Anyway, so we're gonna move on to the next one, and I got this one here. It is nice out. It was supposed to be, I think, 84 today out. So I thought I'd come out in the backyard. My mom's in the bed. I get her up and sit her up in the chair and stuff, and then she gets back in the bed and all that. So, yeah. All right, so we're going to open this up. And I know where this is. Okay, this one. Alright, this is a little, kind of like a little change purse. But you can put your lip gloss in it and stuff like that. And I thought it was cute. I got it in pink. And you can put all kinds of stuff in here. You know, it's a little change purse. Sometimes you just need something small. It's got it's got a little mirror on there. Isn't that cute? I think it's got film on it. I'll have to take that off. I don't know if I can get it off because you can't see nothing right now. So you must have to take it off. Yeah. I hear something. It must be a squirrel. There we go. So you got a little mirror there. I don't want to shine it in your face, and this is how deep it is. So you could use it for all kinds of stuff, you know, but it's mostly for your lip gloss and stuff you can put in it. I paid $11.59 for it. Too much. Temu's starting to get a little bit pricey, I think. You know, not like it used to be, that's for sure. I still like their products. It's not that I don't. So, oh my goodness, how small are these? And how many did I get? I'm supposed to have 6 in here. These are going to go on the kitchen cabinets. I'll try to show you at the end of this video how it's going to look. Yeah. I saw a girl have these, and they were really cute, but they're really small. But maybe they'll look fine. You know, they're not huge. I thought hers looked bigger than this. They really did. But I'm going to hang them over the kitchen cabinets on the top. And you get 6 of these. So, we'll see how they look. They might be too small. I might just send them back if they're too small. You know, I don't want them huge, but I didn't want them this small either. Should have been a tad bigger. So you get 6 of them. They had different ones of these too. I paid $10.21 for these. Let me see here. Yeah, $10.21 for them. Yeah, they look bigger in the picture. Yeah, they had the black and the red stripes, and then they had just a red. I wanted the black and red. Give it a little bit of, you know, voom, vavoom, vavoom. They are now $9.31. And what I was told, if you click on something that you like, and you put it in your basket, I think it was. How did I do it last time? And you go to the very bottom. Yeah, I think you have to put it in your basket. So if you put it in your basket, let's say, where did it go? Oh, must be out, maybe? I'm just trying to show you. Alright, let's put it in our cart. Alright. So you got it in your cart. Alright. And you put it in your cart, okay? Hopefully you guys can see that. Alright, I put those wreaths in there, right? So then you go all the way to the bottom. No, ain't. You got to go to your cart, I think. Well, I'm in my cart. Okay, then you take the picture. Oh, how did they do it? I forgot now. Oh my goodness. Maybe it's when you buy it. when you check out, you go all the way to the bottom. No, maybe they took it off because people were doing it. I don't know. I only did it one time, but you were supposed to go to the bottom. And if you click on Temu, on the very bottom it would say Temu or it will say local warehouse. And if you click on Temu, all the stuff will come up from Temu. So I can't find it now. If I find it, I'll try to do it again. Let's see if it'll work. Stupid. Maybe it's when you are looking at it. And see, all it's doing is showing me pictures and pictures and pictures. So it's not the way I wanted it. Anyways, you're supposed to be able to do that. I did it one time, and now I can't do it. So, I don't know. Maybe they took it away. I don't know. So, we'll go on to the next one. I'll try to find it again. But I saw somebody else do it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then you're not getting local warehouse, and you don't have to pay that $2.99 anymore. So if anybody else knows or has done it, put it down in the comments below so I can learn how to do it again. I forgot. Oh my god. And the other two things that I got in here are eyeshadows. Now I've had these before, but I got different colors on these ones. And I like these things. These are fun. And they're so easy to put on. You don't have to fuss trying to layer your eyeshadow, because it all comes in one thing. And I got this color because I didn't have the brown. I thought it was pretty. Might wear this tonight when we go out. And yeah, see, I don't have that color. It looks really nice. Let's put it on my hand here. You got to be careful though. You can't put it up too high. You put it up too high, you're going to lose the there it is. There. That gives you a little bit of shimmer. That's nice. I like that. And if you put it up too high, your level's right here, and it will break. I did that when I first bought one, and it broke on me. This is, does it have a number on it? It says two-tone shimmery eyes number 6. So if you guys are interested in that, you might be. I'm sorry about the sun. But it's really nice out here. It's just really nice to be outside. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Hopefully you can. So that one, let me see, number 6, I think was this one maybe. Yeah, this is number 6. Okay, what did I pay for that? Number 6 I paid for $2.43. I paid $2.43 for each one of these. So that's okay. And here's the other one here. And I'm making a mess over here already. They come all packaged, so they're sealed, so that's good. And just tear it off. This is number 2. I'll just take this off like so. And this is this one here, and that gives you that color. It's like a brown, and let's put it on my hand. Bruno must have scratched me. Sometimes he gets on me and scratches me. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There's the other one. Can kind of see. I'm going to move you guys a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. Yeah, maybe you guys can see that. So That is number 2, and this is number 6. So if you're interested in those. And let me see if these will fit in here. I don't know if they will or not. Oh, they might. No. Well, kinda. Yeah, they do. They fit in there. So you could take them and put them in this little case. And so you have your little mirror. So, yeah, you could probably, they're a little bit tall, but you can squeeze them in there. It'll close. And then you could put your lipstick in here, and that's all you know, need. You don't need a bunch of stuff. If you're putting it in a smaller purse or something, you can just pick this up and put it in there. Cute. Alright, so that is all I got from that bag. And let's put this stuff in here real quick. And that way we're keeping it a little bit neater out here. I can't get over how small these are. I swear the ones that girl had, they were a lot bigger than that. Damn. Alright, so we're going to open this one. You can hear my chimes. Those came from Temu. Everything comes from Temu. Temu. Alright. Let me find this one. Can't be too far away. Should be this here. Alright. This right here, it's a mat. Christmas themed pattern. I can't remember why I bought this. I really don't remember. There's a reason. Anyways, it's a mat. Oh, I think it's for the dishes, isn't it? Oh, goodness, it's huge. I think I bought this for the dishes. This was $13.59. Let's see. Yeah, this is pretty big. It's $19.69. They have different sizes. Maybe I wanted this for the coffee maker. Put underneath the coffee maker, maybe. Maybe. Or was it for the dishes? I don't remember. But you could use this anywhere. I mean, you really could. You could use this for dishes because it has a rubber backing on it. This is big. You could use this on the floor. And there's a rubber backing. And that's how thick it is. It's not real thick. It's cloth, I think, on the top. It's very cute. I'll find a place for this when I start decorating the house. It might be for underneath the dishes. I can't remember. I really don't remember why I bought it. That's the problem. You get it, you see it and you want it and you got the idea where you want it. And then by the time it gets here, you're like, okay, why did I buy that? Why? So the other thing in here, it's nice. I like the rubber backings on the back of them. I don't like the that other stuff that's horrible that they use in the bathrooms. No. I could use that in the bathroom too. Alright. These are another set of sheets. I believe these are for my mom's bed. I think I got them in a twin. Yes, these are for my mom. I got her some Christmas ones to make her room a little bit Christmassy. She gets 2 of these pillowcases, and then she gets a top sheet, and she gets a fitted sheet right here. So that's nice. And it's just a plaid. Now their plaid is not plaid. It is a printed. So it's not real plaid. But here it's fine for this kind of stuff because it gets hot here even in January, February are the coldest. And even then I just put an extra blanket on her bed, and you know, if I get too thick of sheets, Shaver's sweating to death. He'll have the air conditioner on, and I get underneath the covers because he sweats so bad. He has, and you know, I've told these doctors, and they look at me, well, we don't know what to do. You know, they act stupid, and I think he's got a thyroid problem, or because he didn't do that when I first met him, and diabetes will do that too. He is on diabetic pills, but I don't think they're always working as well as they should be. I think he needs to be on insulin, and but we got to get him insurance. So we're working. Well, I was kind of working on that, and then the people never called me back, so I don't know what's going to happen there. Anyways, I got these sheets. This is what it looks like. Very misleading, though, because you're really thinking you're getting plaid sheets. And no, you're getting printed plaid sheets. That's what you're getting. And if you don't mind the printed, that's fine. But these are, and they say soft microfiber bedding set. No, they're not. They are not. They lie. So I might try to get my money back on these because, you know, it's misleading. It's exactly what it is. It's misleading. And it even says on here, classic plaid fitted sheet set, red, green, black, red cover. Set soft microfiber bedding set. One flat sheet, one fitted sheet, half pillowcases without core, holiday gift idea for Merry Christmas, winter season, bedroom bedding. So this is very misleading. Yeah, it's not. It didn't say it was printed. So I might try to get my money back on that. I should. But anyways, that's going to be for her bed to make it more Christmassy. You know, she spends more and more time in her room, in the bed. All she does is sleep. Half the time, you know, she's just sleeping a lot. So I don't know what to do. I just try to make her comfortable. I think she's depressed in some ways because she can't do the things that she used to be able to do. She messes her house. I know she does. You know, and she messes my dad a lot. I mean, that's all she ever had was my dad. That was her world, you know. He wasn't the most pleasant person in life, but he also was a good provider. And they did a lot of things together. They had a lot of fun together. So, you know, it's just, you know, I wish I could bring him back for her, but I can't. I just, you know, can't do it. All right, so let's see what this one is here. This is not what I think it is it? Oh my God. I hope it's not a disappointment. Oh, this is for the bathroom. Okay. This is for the bathroom. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Let's see what I paid for this one. I'm trying to find it. All right, this is for the bathroom. It gives you everything you need. It's $16.60, and I paid $2.99 local warehouse. So I've had this for a little bit, but I haven't had too much of the other stuff. I was waiting for more to show you guys. And of course, it's not Christmas yet. We don't put up our stuff until after Thanksgiving, sometimes on Thanksgiving weekend. This year it's going to be after Thanksgiving because we're going to go camping the day after Thanksgiving. And we'll be gone and we'll be doing that. So after we get back from that, then we will start putting the tree up. And we're got to go find a new tree. So Yeah. Shea Bear found one in Summerfield. It's a tree farm, so we might check that out and go get the tree. So anyways, this is all for the bathroom. This will look really cute for Christmas. Whoop, it's upside down. This is the floor mat. You get one of these. And which I really need two of them. Then you get, these things are so small though. You get this around the toilet. This is for the toilet lid. It's just really cute. And then you get the shower curtain here. It's the same, exactly the same as this. Yeah. So when I get it up, I'll put a video up when we get it up. It won't be with this video though. And also they give you rings for it. So I got that. So for that will be fine for Christmas. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's misleading. These sheets. Those other sheets I got were printed too. They were not flannel. They lied. You know, they lie about everything. And it makes you mad because you don't want to, you get to a point where you just don't want to buy anything anymore because all they do is lie. You know? So. And does this one say it? Well, it says it's polyester. I think one of them did say it was printed on one of those sheets I bought. But I put the sheets on the bed and they seem fine. The plaid ones that I bought earlier that you guys saw. They're fine. They're not going to keep you too warm. But like I said, in Florida, it's just much better to just have something that's just in between. Because you get really hot. But we're supposed to get really cold next weekend. And we're going camping. But we'll be in the camper, so it won't be like we were tenting. Yeah, we're gonna go camping, and I'll come back and forth. And if she gets over her cold that she has, and it's not that bad, I'll bring her out. But if it's too bad, I won't. I just won't chance it because she doesn't need to get any sicker than she's already been. Yeah. So she also has a UTI. So I'm waiting for the antibiotics to come in the mail. Hopefully they show up like soon. So that's, she's a mess, that woman. She'll get her better for a little while and then something's happening. And I think that's why she gets depressed too. So that's all I got for now, guys. Yeah, I got a few other things coming. I really haven't done too much on ordering because I've bought everything for Christmas. I'm not buying anymore. And whatever I got, that's it. Except for candy. I'll get some candy for the kids to put in their stockings. But I got to start wrapping that stuff up. Oh, God. It's going to take me forever. And then I'll put them in the boxes. I might send them, in December. I'll just send them anytime. And then they can put them underneath the tree. And they can look at them and I don't know how long the kids will look at them before they have to actually want to open them. So, I don't know. They might keep them in the regular box and then they'll have to unwrap each gift. That'll be fun for them. So, that's it. And we're going to go out for dinner, as I said. We met 9 years ago and we've been together. We met off of the internet. I was driving down the road and I was tired of being alone. I've been alone for 10 years. And, I had my kids and I didn't want to get in another bad relationship with the kids. I don't think they deserve to go through that again. And so I just didn't want to go into that. So I didn't date or anything. And then, I was working all the time and stuff. And so I just worked and went home and saved my money so I could buy me a house, which I did. I bought my house. It needs to be repainted though now. It's time. It's been 10 years I've owned this house. Can't believe it's been 10 years already. Anyway, so I was driving and I was looking into these, dating websites. And I think it was eHarmony I was looking on, but they wanted you to give them money, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pay to date. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. So it was on the radio, and I heard meetme.com. If anybody been there, I don't know. So I never heard of it before, so I was like, okay, let me try this out. So I did. And Shea Bear, he picked me. And he kept sending me coffee cups in the morning. Every day I get a coffee cup. I wouldn't talk to him. I kind of ignored him, pretty much. And I was talking to some other guys and never really, went anywhere except for one. And even that didn't really work out. So I was like, well, I was like, they want to send their body parts to you. I don't know why men think that impresses a woman, because it doesn't. It really doesn't. And I was like, I'm going to get off of here. And as I'm trying to, scroll a few more times to see if there's anything I was interested in that might click, he sent me a coffee cup. I'm like, oh my God, he keeps sending me a coffee cup. This guy is really interested in me. So I sent him something back. And then we started to talk. And then I found out he was in Summerfield. And that was where my parents lived, was Summerfield. And I was living here. And I was like, well, maybe this might be good to check it out. So we decided we're going to go out on the Saturday. Well, I think it was Friday night, and it wasn't that far from Summerfield. I was like in the area, and I really didn't have much to do. So I was finished, I think, around 2:00 in the afternoon, my job. So I texted him and said, well, do you rather meet up today instead of tomorrow? And he's like, okay, sure. So he told me he was living with his sister because he had just moved to Florida. And I said, okay. So I went and picked him up at his sister's, and we went to the park. Summerfield and Bellevue are very close together. So there was a park in Bellevue that we went to, and we sat there, and they have ducks and water and stuff. And I took him down there so we could hang out and talk. So we did. I think I did all the talking, the more than he did. He acted very shy. And and he really didn't say a whole lot about himself. He really did. And here I'm blah, 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 blah. So I think girls can talk too much sometimes. So anyways, we went back and to his sister's. I dropped him back off, and we had a good conversation, and we were like, well, we'll go out on our date on Saturday. I said, okay, fine. So we went to the Villages, which is not far from Summerfield. And I thought, well, he's never been there. I'm trying to find things, he's never been to. And I've been there, and it's a nice little town to go and look at stuff, and dinners, and so many restaurants and that. So we went out there for the day, and then we happened to have a car show that day. And I like to go. Villages has three areas. They have the Main Street one, which is close to where my parents used to live. They used to go to that one mostly. And then they have Sumter Landing, which is around the water, which I love water. I love to be around water. I'm a swimmer. I like water. So that was my favorite spot, is Sumter Landing. And then they have Brownwood, which was fairly new. It's more country. It was more of a country scene. So I picked him up. So we decided we were going to go to the Sumter Landing. So we went over there, and they were having a car show. So we watched the car show, went and walked around, and we saw the car show and stuff, and that was pretty cool. And we were going to eat. We're going to have pizza. So I found a pizza place that right there in Sumter Landing. Never been there before, so it's new to me too. And we ate. And Shea Bear paid, well, kind of paid for it. So he had borrowed money from his sister's fiance, and because he wasn't working, so he gave him some money, and he says, "Are you sure you get this? This is going to be enough for you, to take her out on a date?" And he said, "Yeah, sure. This won't be. We're only going to a pizza place." Well, pizza places are more expensive in Sumter Landing, in the villages, because it's the villages. If you've ever been there, you know that things are a little bit more expensive than regular places. So he didn't have enough money, and he had to borrow, I think it was $8 from me. So I gave him the $8, and I'm like, in my head, I kind of, well, it happens, it's not a big deal. So then I think he was a little bit embarrassed and stuff, but it was okay. I mean, heck, we all struggle, right? So we decided we were going to go and sit around the square. Well, they have happy hour around the square, and at 4 o'clock they start happy hour, and they have bands that start, and they go until 9 o'clock at night, and they sing, and and people dance and all that crap. So we hung out, and I told him I would buy the drinks because he had no more money, so I bought the drinks. So, and we sat down there, and we danced, and we had a good time. Yeah, we had a really good time. That was a very good day, because I really did not know that the car show was down there, so that was kind of a plus of being able to see it. So that was cool. But that was how we met. And then, I think, was it the following weekend, I think? My brakes were not doing so well on my truck. And he told me he was a mechanic and stuff. So I asked him if he could put brakes on my car. And he said, sure, if I went and got him and stuff. So I did. I had him. And I picked him up, and I brought him to my house, and I made him steak. That was my pay for him to put them on. So he spent the night here, but he was a very good gentleman. He slept on the sofa. He was really great. So after that, we just clicked, and we've been together for 9 years now. I can't believe it. You sit there and wonder, the time has gone so fast, and we have done so much together, and we would do a lot more, but my mom is here and she's sick. So, but when things get to where we are just the two of us, we will, not saying I want that to happen, I don't, but we will be out there traveling. That's why we have the camper. We're getting things ready, so we'll be able to do that. And we even thought, she gets really good, we could take her with us. It's just to get her in and out of the camper would be the problem. I think we get her in that one queen, no problem. But it's to get her down that step. I think I can get her in it, is to get her back down. So, but she would love it. My mom loves to camp. We camped all my childhood. So, we had a little camper, so she would love it if I could get her to go down that step. So anyways, that's it, guys. Yeah, so I'll show you guys this real quick. But these are really small, really small. So, but they might look all right up on the cabinet. They might be just a good size. So anyways, guys, that's it. I'll get you back in the next one. I'm gonna go in and I'll do this, and then I'm gonna get ready to go out to eat soon. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend. And if I don't get another one before Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. I will film our camping thing when I go. I'm not going to go until Saturday. Shaver's going the Friday by himself for a solo thing. I'm going to go out there and see him. And then Saturday and Sunday, I believe, we will be together out there. So we'll do it that way. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Like stitched out. Bye, y'all. Okay, guys, there they are. They're a little small, but they're not too bad. They'll be alright, I think. And I'll put them on all these doors up here. That's what I'll do. They'll look cute.